Best countries to escape woke culture. Oh boy, I'm pretty sure this is gonna be great.
Every year, the culture, mob, ideologies penetrate deeper into society in the West, specifically in the United States. Governments want to push these ideologies. They want to push this. They want to push that. What are some countries that you can go around the world to absolutely escape all of this and live a traditional, regular life?
Actually, I'm wondering that as well.
I'm right now in Russia, which might be a controversial country for many people, but also here in Russia, it is one of the most traditional countries that you will see in the world. Absolutely no PC, absolutely no of this.
Okay.
And you have a society that functions better than in the United States, not this degeneracy that we've been seeing all over the West.
I don't know about that one, my guy. I think you're saying the quiet part out loud. Hello Blazers, it is your boy Roman, your favorite neighborhood Russian. How you guys doing today? Welcome to a brand new video, and in today's video guys, we are going to learn about the best countries in the world to move to if you want to escape the woke Western culture. That is right people, you know, I personally left my country of Russia over than a year ago, and I've been looking for a brand new country to live in, and thankfully, I stumbled across this channel here called Wealthy Expat. Essentially, this is a channel that tells you all about different countries and taxes and residencies to get there, telling you how you can get citizenships in different countries. And in general, this is content that is actually pretty informational and educational, but apart from just telling people what country has the lowest tax rates or which country has the best visas and citizen options, Wealthy Expat also loves to talk about best countries to escape woke culture, the best countries to escape the Western world, as well as what countries you need to move to in order to escape the Matrix. Yes guys, I'm pretty sure that by that intro you've already guessed what I'm pretty much gonna be talking about this video. In this video we're gonna be looking at an out-of-touch Westerner telling other Westerners that living in poor countries with no human rights is actually very based, because they disallow gay people to exist, basically. And I can't exactly say that I'm a big fan of this content.
Canada, all over Europe, Australia, all these countries, we've been seeing kids getting absolutely indoctrinated into these ideologies, into this culture.
AKA you cherry picking this bullshit because you hate trans people and you don't think they should exist. You're cherry picking these individual cases and then showing them to red-pilled and they just, you know, jerking each other off and hating on gay people in a huge circle jerk. I know you love Matt Walsh and fucking Ben Shapiro, Steven Crowder. I know what you're like, Raphael. I know you're kind. This is something that is not happening on a massive scale, and nobody's planning for it to happen on a massive scale. However, you red pill propagandists exploit it to a massive scale in order to destroy trans identity. You want to use children in order to manipulate people that don't want to do their research, in order to basically just outlaw trans and gay people. I know what you mean.
Governments want to push these ideologies. They want to push this, they want to push that. What are some countries that you can go around the world to absolutely escape?
I wonder what countries those are. I need to move there immediately, bro. I went on a kind of a tangent there, but basically, yes, I'm pretty passionate about this because I actually do have some trans friends now in real life, and they're people just like me, okay? That's the only thing I can really fucking say. And there was a point in my life when I was younger and I was like a red pill guy, when I also kind of basically was hating on trans people just because I was indoctrinated into it by all these red pill speakers. But yes, I'm passionate about this stuff because he's talking about the human rights of people I personally know. I don't know why I have to make excuses for this anyway, right? It is what it is.
You're a man, maybe you want to feel more masculine. You want a society that rewards masculinity. Women that reward masculinity. A society that functions without all of this PC culture.
What does that mean? How is your masculinity rewarded daily in these countries? Oh my fucking god. Like, these people, they genuinely think that in the Eastern world there's no people that are like quote-unquote woke or whatever. They literally think that every single person coming from Eastern Europe or Russia is like a fucking conservative, fucking anti-LGBT, like, maniac, basically, right? That's not the case, my guy. No country is a hive mind, and not all people in a particular country think the same.
The first ones I would say is a bucket of Muslim countries. Obviously, Muslim people do not accept anything of this PC culture, of this culture, anything like that. They do not accept it. Usually countries like the UAE, Dubai, they will be absolutely intolerant to all these ideologies. They are completely separating themselves from the United States.
Of course it's Dubai. Of course it's Dubai, dude.
Dubai is the most multicultural place in the world, and you will not see any racism, you will not see any special treatment to any minorities.
Oh my god.
You have a very traditional Eastern European countries. We have Serbia. That's obviously why I'm applying for
Yes,
Serbia.
Orthodox brothers, guys, let's go.
That maintains a nice balance between the East and the West of the world. They do not comply with whatever Europe or the United States are saying, but they do maintain that friendship with them. They don't want to be an adversary, but they also are not indoctrinating their kids or anything like that.
Yeah, because we know that the requirement to enter the Western world is to start indoctrinating your kids into becoming trans. We all know that's like a written thing in the, like when you sign up to the European Union. Again, is Serbia a traditional Orthodox country? In a lot of ways, but to be honest, it's also pretty progressive. And also, if you talk to young people in Serbia, a lot of people there are pretty progressive. So like, his view of these countries is just so one-sided because he only hangs out with these fucking red pill circle jerkers, digital nomad, expat, fucking bold and bankrupt looking ass. You're all just talking about how much you hate trans and gay people every day, and minorities, because a lot of the time the reason for these digital nomad expats from the West who are escaping the woke culture, who love the traditional values of the East, a lot of the times the reason that they actually leave America or whatever is because they just want to be around white people. They want to be around other racist white people, so that's why they go to Eastern Europe. I mean, fair enough, but like, that's not really a good thing, is it?
In Croatia, even though they're European, they're part of the Schengen area, they're leaning towards Europe more and more.
Hrvatska, let's go! You're also not woke.
They played a cartoon recently of a doctor and a small boy, and the doctor was telling the small boy that he should be a girl, that he doesn't feel right because he should be a girl and he should get a surgery to be a girl. And the outrage all over Croatia is crazy. They do not accept this. In the West, this is normal now.
So some like right-wingers went out on the streets. Look, that's a huge demonstration, dude. Huge! Croatia is not woke, guys. Croatia rejects all the woke and PCBS.
And these traditional countries, they do not accept these ideologies. They do not accept these procedures, anything like that. These countries typically are those with traditional values where masculinity is rewarded, femininity is rewarded, and kids are given their proper rights. They're not indoctrinated or groomed or anything like that.
Oh my god, like, I really will never understand why some people just can't, like, live and let live. I really will never understand it, because that's really what this all boils down to. As a Croatian, this is true. We don't tolerate that BS. Maybe speak for yourself. Maybe speak for yourself. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of people from Croatia that are gonna be watching my video will say otherwise.
I'm right now in Russia, which might be a controversial country for many people, but also here in Russia...
It is controversial. My life is controversial as a result of this. My whole existence is.
One of the most traditional countries that you will see in the world. Absolutely no PC, absolutely no of this, and you will have that traditional life. Obviously not a place to live, to have your banking, your finances.
Oh my god. Okay, so I've already talked about this so many times on this channel, right? That video, Stop Idolizing Russia, from many years ago. Once again, another fucking living being, an example of what I was talking about. But yes, Russia, one of the most traditional countries in the world, with no wokeness or no PC. Yes, you wanna know the reason why? Is because there's no human rights and there's no freedom in this country. Because LGBT is banned in Russia, for example, right now, right? As of recently, which is, I'm sure, one of the laws that you are very happy with in Russia, of course. There's no freedom of speech in Russia, not only about politics, but also about, you know, these pressing issues such as gender and sexuality. There's none, and the country is pretty much stuck in like 1970s Soviet Union as far as like sex education and like understanding of the stuff goes. Which is, of course, you know, according to Mr. Conservative over here, of course, progress is bad, you know, and allowing other people to live how they want to live is very, you know, scary. So there's no PC or wokeness in Russia whatsoever, you know. There's no feminists in Russia whatsoever, of course, you know. No single woman in Russia has ever heard of the word feminist. I am, of course, being ironic right now because feminism is pretty big in Russia, actually, and women's rights is like a big topic as well, and people talk about this all the time, and like, you might think that Russia is a country that's, you know, also pretty separated from the world, but actually, Russia is influenced a lot by what is going on in the world and in the West, and these discussions about, you know, what you would call woke and PC stuff happen in Russia as well, and once again, Russia, just like any other country, is not a hive mind where people think the exact same thing. In Russia, not everybody supports Putin. In Russia, not everybody thinks gay people should not exist. In Russia, not everybody is a fucking trad wife, red pill, based conservative like yourself. Not everybody is like that. And once again, you coming to Eastern Europe will not automatically mean that you will be like a more accepted member of society. Maybe start becoming a decent human being that actually cares about lives of others and actually has some empathy, and maybe then you will be accepted in any society that you go to.
Obviously not a place to live, to have your banking, your finances, anything like that. But if you want an escape from the West, then definitely a place that you should consider. Just 1 week, 2 weeks, you'll have a new view of life and of this country.
Yeah, my guy, I'm pretty sure that, you know, Russia being not a good place to live, or not a good place to have your banking or finances, might be actually the results of the exact anti-woke, anti-PC policies the government has been, you know, running for the past over 20 years. Because believe it or not, when you live in a society that, you know, destroys minorities and, you know, sexual minorities as well, destroys the rights of the people that essentially cannot defend themselves, that society slowly turns more and more. And as a result of that, you can have a decent life and banking in Russia. So, and I think I didn't manage to convey it well enough in the video, but imagine thinking that the mythical danger of your child being indoctrinated into becoming trans is so real in your heads that you actually decide that it would be better to move to a country where there will be more actual dangers to your children, such as poverty, the crime rates, the political instability and whatnot. Just imagine thinking that when you're coming from a privileged first world country.
Conglomerate of countries, I would say, are in Latin America. Mexico, Colombia, very traditional countries. They want to be married, they want to have a family, they want to grow. You've seen a lot of Americans, a lot of Canadians moving down to Mexico to escape this Western mentality, and you definitely will have a lot more traditional lifestyle, a lot more just beautiful feminine women in these countries, period. And you have a society that functions better than in the United States, not this degeneracy that we've been seeing all over the West.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, so traditional and feminine women. So yes, you want a wife that will shut up and cook and clean. I mean, I do as well. The thing is that I just don't speak about it. Because the thing is, one thing you gotta realize is that a lot of people don't realize this actually. Me as a Russian, a lot of my the way I kind of see my day-to-day life and my relationships, it is pretty traditional, I guess. Like my view on stuff. Like when I live with a girl, I'm pretty much having like a pretty patriarchal order in my house, I guess. Because that's just the way I've been grown up, right? However, I don't think that that's the way everybody should live. Everybody should be free to fucking choose whatever they want to do, right? So, to this guy, however, it's a big issue because he actually wants to have traditional and feminine women that would shut up and cook and, like, not argue with him. Because, of course, this is an emotionally mature individual that clearly respects women very much. So, he clearly cares about women's rights. And that is why some of the countries that he loves the most are countries where women have no rights. And they have a degeneracy-free society. So yes, I mean, once again, Mr. What's his name, Raphael is saying the quiet part out loud here. To him, people that have a different sexual orientation to him, a different gender, a different identity, whatever you can say. To him, these people are degenerates. And what they represent and their entire movement that actually fights for their rights in society, that is degeneracy. So yeah, I mean, once again, when you call gay and trans people degenerates, fully mask off in a YouTube video, I don't know. I just really don't know if I should, like, you know, beat around the bush and, like, not state who this guy truly is.
And the last one in this list would be Thailand. Thailand is a very interesting case because it provides a different point of view into this whole, for example, transgender movement. In Thailand, transgenderism is extremely popular. It's considered the third sex. So there's male, female, and then there's transgender. It's considered a whole other sex.
Yeah, I've actually been to Thailand recently and I found it kind of interesting to see a country where there seems to be no prejudice towards trans people at all. At least from what I've seen and from what I understand, which is, just makes me wonder, why can't the rest of the world be like that? Not like this guy.
But they really put an effort into it. When a man becomes a woman, let's say, or a lady boy, they call them in Thailand, they really put effort. They look like women. They behave like women. They act like women. They actually put an effort to be women.
So he doesn't like trans people only if his dick doesn't get hard to them, you know? If it's trans people that he could have sex with, then he likes them. I mean, I understand, Raphael, you know, you've had one or two, you know, crazy nights in Pattaya. I get it, man. You know, we've been there. We've all been there, but So he hates trans people, but he actually doesn't mind trans people in Thailand because there they actually pass, essentially. That's what he says right here. That is crazy. That is fucking crazy.
They actually put an effort to be women, even though, whatever you want to think of this, I have my own opinions, I can't say them here on YouTube, but they actually behave like women.
I wonder why you can't say your opinions here on YouTube. Maybe because you're Maybe that's why. Maybe it's really not YouTube's problem that your opinions are being stylish in this case. Maybe you just have the wrong opinion.
But it's not something where they try to shove it in your face. They show it all in every single TV show. They try to put that surgery down your throat. It's not like that. It's just considered part of the culture. If you want to be it, no problem. There's a lot of them. They don't actually try to push it. It's not part of the agenda. It's not part of the culture, of the politics at all.
Jesus Christ, this is so painful. This is so painful. This is like if I went on ChatGPT and I just typed in, give me some bullshit drivel from like a right-winger about, you know, like the woke LGBT trans agenda. That would be this guy's entire speech. Just to claim that transgenderism is the transgender surgery shoved into every single person's throat in America or something is already ridiculous. But like, this entire take of, you know, I hate trans people, but actually I do like them if they pass. And in Thailand, it's actually okay because it's, you know, the cool country I go to smoke weed and have to wind down from all your time living, you know, your traditional life in Dubai. Because we all know that all these, you know, traditional people love to really fucking go ham sometimes, where their traditions are questioned. It's just so weird. Such a bizarre take. It's not too late to delete this, my guy. That's all I'm saying.
Where in the West, it's actually part of politics. The government actually pushes this onto you and they shove it in your face. You see that difference of a...
Shove it in your ass, because you're gay now. They shove it in your ass. They your ass. You know, we all know that in America, when you cross the border, they, like, your ass immediately for you to turn gay. Because we all know that's what's happening in the West now. So, yeah, you know, that's why you should all move to Russia.
I see the West crumbling, and I want you to have more options around the world. There are 186 other countries that you can go to, that you can pick. There's many of them that don't accept these Western values.
Like democracy and like freedom. Yes, I get it. I understand that you're a fucking... You don't like Western values. Like... This is insane! How the fuck are you from America? How the fuck are you conservative and you're against Western values? Are you fucking... Oh my god, this is like the best video I've ever seen. Oh my god. I'm sorry, I don't know why I got this fucking mad, but it's just like, That being said though, that was pretty much it for that video. I'm pretty sure that's, a lot of you guys have had, you know, a lot of insights together from this. Now you know that, you know, moving to Russia is very based. Once again, guys, this is yet another perfect example of the exact type of person I was talking about in my video called Stop Idolizing Russia. These are essentially the people born in first world privileged Western countries who feel disillusioned with the West and with all the, you know, PC woke culture, and, you know, the West is too free and too gay friendly for them. So they decide that actually the world's poorest or most authoritarian countries are actually great to live in because they have traditional values and feminine, non-feminist women or whatever. And of course, if you move from your trailer park in America to Russia, and you'll definitely find yourself a base trad wife that will cook and clean and shut up only because you're rich by Russia standards, so she will actually marry you, because clearly you cannot get women in any other way other than that flaunting your money in poor countries. And essentially these people just end up supporting, you know, these authoritarian regimes such as Russia. And all I could say here really is could not be me. And I, on the other hand, am actually trying to escape the Eastern world to move to where the woke culture is. So in 50 years, let's see who's right in the end, wealthy expats or me. And that is gonna be pretty much it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy it, then please make sure to slap that like on it. As well, guys, if you want to support me additionally, then you can go to the link down in the description on this channel, become a YouTube member. It's basically the best way to support me. It's like a monthly donation type thing. And yeah, guys, that's going to be pretty much it for today's video though, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.